As Giles walked over the gently undulating terrain, heading downhill out of the settlement, he started to worry about what had happened to Scout. He felt there was a possibility that Leader was deceiving him or misleading him in some manner, or maybe she was trying to put a barrier up to his investigations. It was strange that for people who were outwardly seemed so honest and straightforward had chosen as a leader someone who was the opposite. But maybe that was the case with all leaders. Certainly on Mars, the leaders, though they were mainly respected, could manipulate words or even the truth more than most people. He wondered whether it was being a leader that did this, or that to become a leader you needed to be able to do this. Still, all of these thoughts of people back on Mars wouldn't help him here. Here he was on his own on this planet and had to do his best no matter what obstacles were placed in his path. Giles was picking his route carefully through the terrain, being cautious of the bushes. Even though Scout had shown him what the flame bush looked like and warned him about it, he couldn't be certain about how dangerous the other bushes might be, so Giles was trying to pick a route that avoided contact with any of the native flora other than the unavoidable soil moss. As while his attention had been closely focused on the plant life nearby, when he looked up to plan his next part of his route, he suddenly noticed Scout fairly close by. Scout waved a greeting at him that seemed normal among the Forsaken, and then was walking towards him. "It is good to see you again, Scout. I wasn't sure when we would next meet again." "I too am glad to see you, Giles of Chosen, for I was not certain if you would be coming this way. But I thought if you left, then you would most certainly head back towards your ship. In this way I decided that since Leader had sent me out to forage and scout, and I would scout the area I'd last been in, so if I happened to be near your ship, that was hardly my fault." So it did appear, at least so far as Scout was concerned, that Leader had tried to send him away to avoid contact with Giles, and yet Scout had found a way round the problem. Once again, Scout had been able to adapt to a situation and resolve a problem without confrontation. Giles was starting to wonder how much potential Scout had, but also what information to share with him that wouldn't end up damaging the Forsaken Society. However, since there was already someone garnering knowledge from the Mayflower, that society may already be on the path to change, and if the colonists from Mars would be arriving, then again indeed they would have to adapt in some manner. Giles resolved to enlighten Scout into some of the newer thoughts and ways of doing things. Then he could pass on those things to the Forsaken. That way, at least, should anything happen to Giles, the Forsaken would at least have a better chance of survival.